Hello and welcome, Carrie here from Healing Humanity, the Power of a Proper Human Diet, along with
I'm
this way.
Rebekah. Yeah, I'm Rebekah, and I'm down here at the Charlotte Meetup. And they were gracious enough to put out a box for some donations, and people have been voluntarily donating, putting money in the box. And we are super excited to be here and kind of talk. We've already heard some amazing stories of healing, of people healing their diabetes, and we have a fan that just got a shirt right here. Can you tell
Yeah, how's
everybody
it
your
going?
My name is Carrie. I'm from upstate South Carolina. And Carrie, I came here because I thought you were going to be here live from this event, and I wanted to meet you and say thank you so much because you have absolutely transformed my whole wide world.
Oh wow, I'm so sorry I didn't get to meet you in person, but I'm so happy to hear you found healing. Would you mind just sharing real quick, like what's your carnivore story? How'd you find it? Kind of the abbreviated version.
So I actually found it pretty much the same way another gentleman here did. Gave his testimony earlier. Can we turn away from this?
Let's turn away from the side. Yeah.
Unless that's going to ruin the video.
Nope.
I was watching your 90-day carnivore update. I had been following your channel for a long time because I had been trying to get into the homesteading lifestyle, and had literally just planted out my backyard with vegetables that I ended up feeding all of them to my chickens because I didn't want to eat them after watching. And I have been on, I think, every diet known to man since I was 12 years old. And at 12 years old in middle school, I was 220 pounds, and I am now 153. Thank you very much.
Wow.
I'm higher than I was at 12 years old in middle school. But after every diet known to man, I somehow still managed to make it all the way up to 343 pounds. And in 2016, I gave up and, out of complete and total desperation, had a gastric bypass. My mom and her now ex-spouse both struggled with their weight their entire life, and he got Charcot foot in both feet and lost his mobility and ended up in a jazzy scooter for the rest of his life. And my mom about lost her sight because both of her retinas spontaneously detached due to her diabetes. And I said, that's not going to happen to me. So I gave up and had the gastric bypass. And about 10 months later, so I got a whopping 10 months worth of weight loss out of my horrible gastric bypass, my gallbladder failed and they had to take it out. And once they took it out, my weight loss stopped dead in its tracks. And I was still stuck at 235 pounds for about 7 years. And I went carnivore July 2nd after watching your 90-day update. And it took me about 5 or 6 months to lose 80 pounds. All of my life, I have had ADHD. And when you have ADHD, and if you talk to people who have ADHD, 9 times out of 10, they also have OCD and anxiety. One leads to the other because you develop systems for doing absolutely everything, and you have to do everything in a certain order, lest you forget and lest people think that you're stupid. So you develop anxiety about people thinking you're stupid, and then you develop OCD from your systems. It's a sick cycle. And my anxiety is completely gone, as you can tell, or else I wouldn't be doing this. And my OCD is just about completely gone. ADHD is still on its way to gone, but it's much, much better. I also have Ehlers-Danlos, so my joints are a hot mess. And I will be 51 in about 3 weeks.
She does not look 51, by the way.
Thank you. I love you. And at 50 years, a little under 50 years old, I had to have both of my knees and my right shoulder replaced. And within 2 months, roughly, of each surgery, the arthritis came back with a gusto. I mean, with like gangbusters. It was horrible. And I was like, I cannot believe that I have gone through all of this and I'm still in so much pain. And I had arthritis in my wrists, in my back, in my neck. So it was really, really bad, to the point where, I considered not waking up the next day many, many times. And Me too. Me too. Because God knew, but I didn't. That life gets so much better if you don't give up on it.
Exactly.
And you know, it's always it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So don't do it. Just give up everything but meat, salt, water, and butter, and eggs. Like it's a miracle. It's a miracle, and it's a miracle gift from God. It's literally what He gave us to eat. And within 4 days, by day 4 of carnivore.
Uh-oh. Freezing up a little. Oh, come back. It was such a good story. Come back. I don't know if you can hear me, Rebekah, Carrie, but you're freezing up a little bit. Uh-oh. Hopefully they'll be back in a second. For those of you that are jumping on right now, we're live. Well, I'm at Montello Theater, but Rebekah is live in Charlotte, and she's talking to Carrie, who has seen some incredible turnarounds with the carnivore diet. I hope it unfreezes. Oh, it just dropped. I'm sure she'll be right back. I was just going to say, Carrie, congratulations if you guys can still hear me out there. I'm so happy for you that you found healing. And if you want to share your story on my channel, I'd love to host you. I wish we could meet in person. I really wish I could have made it out there. It's been tough traveling around. Susan Hampton's in the chat. Hey, how's everyone doing in the chat? I'm sure Rebekah will join us again. So we were getting a pretty good connection there earlier. We'll have to see. Hey, Carnivore Stan's here. How's it going, buddy? Dan Kiwi. Carnivore in the middle of a forest. Greetings from Northwest Wisconsin. Northwest Wisconsin. Hello, hello. Eau Claire-ish area, maybe? Don from Illinois. Make America healthy again. Yes, and the world. I'm with you. Susan's here. So hopefully we will reconnect with Charlotte, South Carolina, and Rebekah. Dr. Kiltz is down there, and Dr. Lisa Wiedemann is down there as well. I got a couple of these here from Dr. Kiltz. I'm going to have him sign these when we're doing our big meetup here October 12th. If anyone here hasn't been to a meetup yet, go to a meetup. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun. I so wish I could have made this one. This is the next best thing, joining remotely. Amy Haas, for the liberty of it all, I'm an Ehlers-Danlos patient, and looking young is an EDS gift. The rest of it is very awful to live with. Carnivore has helped my EDS a lot. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Hey, there they are. We lost you for a minute or two.
My phone overheated.
Oh.
My phone overheated and died on me.
Oh, it's okay. Is Carrie still there with you?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Still here.
We heard most of the story, but then you got cut off.
Well, I was just in the middle of saying that by day 4 on carnivore, every ounce of my arthritis pain was gone, and
Day
it was
4.
a lot more fun again after that. And I love hiking now. Hiking is like my favorite thing. I love it.
That is awesome. That is so encouraging to hear that 4 days in, arthritis gone. I hear other people say the same thing, because if it ends in itis, it's inflammation. People that had back pain, elbow pain, things like that. So that's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's incredible.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that I got to jump on this live stream so that I could say thank you. And my husband decided that he was going to try carnivore with me, and so did my daughter, and they both lost. I'm down 80. My daughter lost at 60, and I think my husband lost about 55. And he's type 2 diabetic, and his A1C has dropped considerably. He's not in remission because he won't give up his beer, but we're working on it.
Baby steps, right?
Baby steps.
Carrie, I'm so happy you found healing. You have an open invite if you want to share your story, the full story, on my channel sometime. I'd love to have you on and share it.
I'll give her my card so she can get in touch with me.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. I would love to do that. 100%. I would love to do that. And if I am ever in, it's Wisconsin, right? The theater?
Yes. Yeah.
I 100% plan to stop in and see a movie with you guys.
I really appreciate it. And if not, we're planning on traveling all around for the documentary once we release it, premiere it in different cities, and do a big meetup in hopefully every state. So hopefully we'll cross paths that way too.
Ooh,
That would be
red
great.
carpet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I will attend everyone I can.
Awesome. Thank you, Carrie.
I tell everybody I know about your channel. I write down yours, Dr. Barry's, and Dr. Chafee's, and I'm like, these are the 3 best ones. Check them out. They have all the information.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. And say hi to Emma and Jen and everybody else for me.
I will. Will do. Thank you. That's awesome.
So yeah, so also my gimbal decided to die.
Oh man.
So it's super being fun today. I don't know why.
Well, you're managing well. Hey, I just want to do a quick shout out to Rebekah. Rebekah's been a volunteer on our Healing Humanity team. She's absolutely awesome. She has her own YouTube channel. I have a link in the description to Rebekah's YouTube channel as well. I really appreciate it. This was Rebekah's idea. You also did a huge shout out. What was that, on the low carb cruise with Dr. Hampton?
Yeah, I did. So I'm trying to see who else is here. See if there's anybody else that wants to shout out. I saw somebody with a Healing Humanity shirt, and I'm looking for her because she had bedazzled it.
Oh, wow.
So she had a bedazzled Healing Humanity shirt, and I can't find her. She went away. But it was really cool. They had taken the shirt and then put a bunch of sparkles all over on the
We're going to get a whole bunch of requests for those now.
Yeah, it was really cool. There's somebody else over here shaking a shirt at me. Do you want to say hi on HomesteadHow?
Hi, HomesteadHow.
Hi, hello. Who do we have there?
They won one of the t-shirts in the raffle.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah. So my gimbal is really floppy, so I'm trying here. So, yeah, we've had some really great testimonies here. Just people reversing their diabetes and like losing weight. It's been great.
That is awesome. Hey, Rebekah, I always ask everybody this. The name of the documentary is Healing Humanity. You've done a lot of work in this area. You're a coach on Dr. Barry's team. Like, does humanity need healing? How do you answer that question?
How do I answer that? I think that humanity does need healing. And as somebody who is not only just coaching, but is also a nurse and going back to get my nurse practitioner, that is my goal, is to be like Amanda Decker. She's a nurse practitioner that is doing this. And, you know, Dr. Kiltz, who is spreading the word, and Dr. Barry, and just being like these doctors just to help heal people through nutrition and letting them know that what we've been taught is not really the correct way, and we need to depend on animal-based diets instead of big food and big pharma.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I just ordered a bunch of these, just came in today. Dr. Kiltz is coming to our October 12th meetup, so I was going to have him sign some of these when he comes here and hand some of them out.
That's great.
If anyone in the chat has any questions, please just post them with a QQQ in the sidebar here. Rebekah, have you been to a lot of meetups? I think I've been to like 3 or 4 now.
This is my first actual like meetup other than like going to KetoCon last year and then Low Carb Cruise, but those weren't necessarily meetups. So this is my first one.
Nice. How are you liking it?
If it wasn't blasted hot, I'd like it a lot better.
Right.
But I wore jeans and the jeans are sticking to me, so.
Not a problem.
I'm sure
for
it's a
Carnivore,
lot
right?
cooler in Wisconsin.
Right.
So,
Rebekah, could you share like a little bit of your personal story?
My personal story, it's so weird. I don't share it very often. I usually focus on my kids. So back in 2018, after my parents had moved out of the house, we had been taking care of them. We lived in Pennsylvania at the time. And my dad needed help taking care of my mom. So we were all taking turns taking care of her because she was completely disabled. And so they moved out. They got a little bit better and moved out. And I was so exhausted. My autoimmune diseases were at their peak because I have 2 of them. And I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. My husband had to always shake me and be like, Rebekah, you have to get up and take care of the kids. I have to go to work. And I was just so fatigued all the time, and I hurt. I was on antidepressants, was on pain management, like high-powered narcotics, and anti-anxiety meds, blood pressure meds. And I was severely overweight. At one point in time, I was over 200 pounds. And I started on a ketogenic journey in 2018. And really saw immediate results in weight and just feeling better. But it wasn't until I joined Dr. Barry's community in 2022 and then starting the BBB&E challenge in January of 2023 that the rest of the healing really kicked in. And the energy, the brain fog, the energy was great, the brain fog. I've been off meds since the beginning, and that was like dirty keto. But really the inflammation didn't go down, and the real healing for my autoimmune issues didn't happen until I went strict animal based and cut out all the keto snacks and treats and all the cauliflower and broccoli that I was eating all the time. So, and getting rid of the seed oils was huge.
I get so many people that tell me, Carrie, you would have just done the same thing if you just cut out junk food. But for me, I don't think that was the case because I did strict keto and then I did clean keto for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's something else happening when you're doing meat-based as opposed to clean keto with some broccoli and cauliflower and things like that?
Yeah, it was just, it's definitely better. And the digestive issues are so much better when you cut out the vegetables. Like, it is really true. Like, no indigestion, no gas. You know, we all talk about that, but yeah, the digestive system gets so much better because your gut is healing.
Yes.
So it's nice to have a healed gut.
That was one of my carnivore epiphanies recently. I think everyone talks about healing on carnivore, but I think every one of us that does carnivore, we heal our gut bacteria, our gut biome. And I think that's something a lot of people don't think about. And there's a lot of downstream effects when you heal your gut in terms of your immune system and sleep and hormones and everything else. It's like everything's relied on the gut.
It is. It's absolutely. The immune system starts in the gut. So you are what you eat.
Absolutely.
And you should be eating what you are, which is protein and fat and cholesterol.
Right. Awesome.
Do we have any questions? I can't see any of the chat because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, here's a question from Gail. She said, we're on our 21st day of carnivore. Can you drink tea and coffee as a carnivore?
Can what? Oh.
Can you drink tea or coffee as a carnivore?
Well, I mean, I still drink coffee. I'm not going to lie. And I drink unsweetened tea when I go out. I don't drink it a lot. I mean, coffee I drink every morning. I'm not a purist where I'm like, you can't consume anything that's plant-based whatsoever. I think that's unrealistic for most people unless you really have to be Lion Diet. I do believe that if you can go Lion Diet, you should. But I'm not going to slam anybody for drinking a little bit of tea and coffee.
Yeah, same for me. I think it's better if you can get rid of all the addictions eventually, but if you got to keep the coffee and that helps you transition over, more power to you. I know a lot of people do it just fine.
Yep.
Here's kind of a question, but someone being sarcastic. I'm going to drop down dead any day now from high cholesterol, according to my health doctor. What do you say to people? I'm so sick of this. Like, I get this comment like 25 times a day. I wonder what his cholesterol number is going to be. He's going to have a heart attack. How do you talk to people about that when you say you're doing carnivore and they say, Rebekah, that's great, but you're gonna pass out. You're a ticking time bomb. You're gonna have a heart attack.
Honestly, I get super nerdy, and I'm like, so hey, whenever you have high inflammation and high insulin, it damages the arteries. And the arteries, and like your body has this amazing positive feedback system that when the arteries get damaged, it sends out a signal and it starts to repair it. And what does it repair it with? It repairs it with a lot of things, but one of the things it pulls is LDL cholesterol to make that patch. So it's like a fireman being at a fire. Is the fireman responsible for the fire? No, but is he there trying to help put it out? Absolutely. And you know what we've noticed is that the higher the cholesterol, the better your all-cause mortality for your LDL. Now HDL, if it's low and triglycerides are high, that's bad. But HDL is high, triglycerides are low. Nobody really cares about your LDL, and we are seeing that with research that's coming from Dr. Budoff and Dave Feldman, which he's going to be on my channel sometime in October, hopefully. But it's, you know, they're doing the lean mass hyper-responder study. So it's all about the lipid energy model that they've come up with, them and Nick Norwitz. And I think it's really important that we let people know that it's okay to have, you know, so far right now, it's okay to have high LDL cholesterol. And we'll find out when this lean mass hyper-responder study comes out. Does carnivore make you bulletproof? It will not make you bulletproof, but it can give you a better quality of life.
Right. Yeah, I love the fireman analogy for cholesterol too. And I was so scared to start carnivore because of that argument. I had congestive heart failure, so I was so worried, like, I'm going to clog my arteries. That's all I've been heard. I truly believe this, and I'm not a doctor. I'm just an individual who barely graduated high school, so don't take my advice, but I believe I was deficient. My cholesterol I wasn't eating enough fatty meat. Like, when I started eating that fatty meat, my sleep improved. My testosterone went up. My immune system got stronger. It was only when I ate that fatty meat. I was doing clean keto before that.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the fatty meat. That's what was missing. It was only when I got the fatty meat that I really feel like I started getting healthy. And I feel like a lot of people walking around in the world are sort of deficient in those things. If you look at fertility rates, for example, and things like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to move close to Dr. Kiltz. Everybody's kind of around Kelly Hogan and Dr. Kiltz, and Lisa Wiedemann. So I'm hoping that I can get him on to say hi, since you're like his biggest fan. I don't watch mine at all.
While you're doing that, Rebekah, what is it like? Is there like an agenda at the event, or is it more just like a meet and greet and people are eating food? Or
yeah, what is it? Say that again.
Is the event? Is there an agenda? Is there more just a meet and greet and people are eating and meeting?
There was an agenda, but it was it's pretty much over like at 4:00. So we decided to put this kind of at the end.
Nice.
So.
Going to larger volumes.
Do you want to say hi?
Hello, everyone.
Hey!
Carrie, I love you.
He just bought a bunch
Love
of
you
books.
too, Dr. Kiltz. Oh man, how's it going?
I'm going to see you soon.
October 12th, right? Dr. Kiltz, can I ask you one question? Can I ask you one question? You've been doing carnivore for a long time.
You've been doing carnivore
what do you
for a
have
long
to
time?
say about the long-term sustainability of carnivore?
What do you have to say about the long-term sustainability?
Well, it is the most sustainable thing for carnivores, but it's not sustainable for the standard medicine groups who want to keep us sick, weak, and meek. So that's the unsustainability. Your doctor's not going to like you. And so that is our biggest problem. It's their biggest problem. But so I would say that carnivore, ketovore even, I'm going to put you there. Let's bring in the ketovores. At least understand how important it is to eat fatty meat. Animal fat is important. But again, I've been doing it for almost 15 years. I'm almost 70. I've never felt better in my life. This is the way. And in order to heal humanity, It's carnivore. Faith, fatty, fertile foods, meat, and fasting. I love you, Carrie. I love what you're
Love
doing.
you too, Dr. Kiltz. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, he's the best. I can't wait, Rebekah, for him
He
to
is.
come.
He's got the most. I swear, he's got the most energy here out of everybody. It's actually insane how much energy he has.
Everybody there could have their eyes closed and he could get out of his car and you would feel him coming just from that energy. It's crazy. He's on a next level for sure. My wife, Jen,
He is
is a
definitely
huge
next level.
fan. She loves Dr. Barry. She loves all the doctors, but Dr. Kiltz has been Jen's favorite doctor. So she's really excited. He's coming to the theater on October 12th. It's so nice of him, too. I was like, just come on the screen. We could stream you in. He's like, nope, I'll come in person. So
Yeah, it's great.
that's really cool. Hey, we have another question here. Is inflammation stored in the body? Still losing the weight, 10 kg to go, still got a few pounds now and again.
I don't think that inflammation it's not really stored in the body. It's actually just a process of the, how do I explain it? So it's a pathological process in the body. So if somebody like gets cut, inflammation happens to help heal. So it's just like a process in the body. It doesn't actually get stored. And I love how Anna said earlier that healing is not linear. And I absolutely love that because it isn't linear. You're still going to have a few aches and pains now and then. It will get better eventually, but it doesn't go like this and straight up. It's going to go like a heartbeat machine, EKG.
Right. One more question from Amy. I don't know what my camera is going out of focus here. Here we go.
Oh, it's okay.
I had some barbecue yesterday and it was so spicy that it burnt my throat. Today, lots of tummy issues and won't settle down. What can Amy do to help? No sugar at all on the barbecue.
Well, you're going to have to let the tummy issues probably run its course, but you can try, if you can handle doing like heavy cream, you could try taking a shot of heavy cream, and that can help tame down some of that too. Yeah. Hey, Miss Audra.
Hey, Audra. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
It is really hard.
Doing great. It's so nice to see you.
Wish you were here.
I know. I'm jealous just looking around right now. I really wish I could have made it.
Just know that we are sending you big hugs, and we always love seeing you, and thank you for all you're doing.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Bye.
Take care.
That was Audra Coleman.
Say hi to your lovely wife for me as well, please.
Absolutely, we'll do.
And your
Thanks,
lovely
Audra.
daughters. Take care.
Hey, it's Karen.
What's going on here? Carrie,
Hi, Karen.
having a good time. I was just rocking
Oh, I
it.
missed you guys. This reminds me of the Thiensville meetup.
He's talking about
Take
He's
care.
talking about your meetup.
Oh yeah, we enjoy our meetups in the Chicagoland area. Come join us one of these times. We're having
Yes.
family reunions the same day I have a meetup. Would you, Carrie? Your wife.
Next one. We'll get the next one for sure.
All right, we'll catch you later.
Take care.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's really hard to hear you. So if you guys see me do this, it's because I'm trying to hear what it's saying.
Ah, okay.
It's so loud, and I'm trying not to get out in the sun because if I do that, then my phone gets hot again.
And you're in Charlotte, right?
Charlotte, North Carolina. Yep. I had to keep reminding Dr. Kiltz that it was Charlotte, North Carolina, because he kept saying South Carolina.
Here's a question from Welshie. How do you deal with the boredom of only eating beef, eggs, and water? Does anyone have any tips on what to have to keep things ticking over? Getting bored on carnivore.
Well, I'll tell you, from what I understand, Courtney Luna has an absolutely amazing new cookbook out, supposedly.
Yes.
And so I think I don't get bored super easy. I'm one of those people that's a creature of habit. I can eat scrambled eggs for breakfast and eat 4 burger patties for lunch or dinner, and I'm golden. But it's just trying different cuts of meat, trying different ways of preparing it. Smoke it versus grill it versus grind it, versus, broil it. I mean, we just try to do that and do different types of eggs, you know, eat some lamb, eat some goat. A lot of people like goat. I don't like goat. A lot of people do though. Eat some sheep, mutton. Deer's amazing. Get you some venison.
I'm with you. I feel like it seems like people get bored on carnivore or worry about it more early on. I don't know. That's what I found anyways. Later in the carnivore journey, I don't get bored at all. Like you could feed me the same thing. It gets to a point where you're not eating food for entertainment anymore. And it's just like
you're eating to live, not living to eat. You should enjoy your food, and the Bible says that you should enjoy your food, but there's a difference between enjoying your food and then being addicted to your food. And I think once you get over that addiction and like the cereal snacking, cereal meaning SERIAL instead of like actual cereal, like once you get past that, it's all just you're eating to survive, and in a way you're still thriving. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm with you too. And on the smoking meats too, that's another good tip.
Oh
yeah, you got to switch it up. It's like different types of wood, different flavors. There's so many ways. The other thing is people say, do you get bored with just beef? I'm doing lion diet right now, and I don't, because if I have a ribeye versus a strip steak versus like ground beef, filet mignon, it's like totally different meals, and it's like totally different foods in my mind, even though it's all
different flavor. A good steak that I had never had and I really enjoy. I just got one of those chuck rolls and then sliced it up.
Yeah.
And the Denver steak, the Denver cut, it is so tasty because it's part of the shoulder. It gets super tasty when you, I just broiled it. It was great.
Nice. Jeff C said, I was bored when I was on the standard American diet. It is interesting when you have every option in the world, oftentimes you end up eating the same stuff over and over again anyways. It's kind of like TV nowadays. You have access to these streaming services or YouTube. You have 10 million things to watch, and you end up just flicking through and watching the same stuff you watched the day before anyhow.
Yep.
Let's see if we have any other questions here.
I did put a QR code on the box too for people so that people could QR it.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Victoria asked, is the meetup full, too late to go at theater? The meetup is not at the theater. I'm at the theater by myself. I think you guys are kind of wrapping it up there, right?
Yeah, we were getting ready to wrap up. We had a wonderful food truck here. It's called, oh my gosh, I can't read from that far away. Sweet Lou's Barbecue. And there we had brisket and pork and chicken. It was really, really good.
Oh,
the brisket
nice.
was a little peppery. I'll probably feel it later, but it was good.
That's awesome. That's a really good idea, having a food truck come in.
Yeah.
When we do the meetup, there's a smoked barbecue place down the road, and I talked to the owner, and I'm like, do you know carnivore? And she's like, yeah, we could do carnivore style. So she's going to smoke up a bunch of stuff for us.
That is great.
We're doing brisket and pork. Yeah, so I think we got one more question here. Chris Stearns, thank you so much for the super chat. Do you think carnivore just naturally brings your body to where it is intended to be, weight, health, and mentally? Just been stalled for like a month, but feel great, not losing any more pounds though.
I mean, in Dr. Barry's community, I mean, you'll hear him say this all the time, that the carnivore diet is not a weight loss diet, it's a weight optimization diet, because it does. I do think it brings your body back into homeostasis and gets your body back to where it wants to be. Because there's some people that they will stop losing. They'll be a normal BMI. They'd like to be another 10 pounds lighter, but they can't go that far. And it's because it's where their body kind of wants to be. We hear that a lot with females. That's because of, fertility, especially in the fertile years. But I think it does bring you back to just where your body wants to naturally be. And I will say that your body, you'll lose weight in the beginning, but it might stall, and then other healing is going to be taking place because it's going to start to prioritize those other things, like autoimmune inflammation, like anxiety and depression and brain healing and rebuilding your myelin sheath. It's going to prioritize what's most important at that time.
Yeah.
The body's really it's so amazing. God created such an amazing system, and yeah.
It's unbelievable. I'm with you. That has been the biggest thing I learned doing this documentary, how miraculous and incredible the body is and how it'll prioritize and how it will heal. And you use the word, probably best to kind of close this out with that. You use the word natural. It's just natural. Everything about carnivore is natural. When people tell me carnivore is a fad diet, I'm like, we're just eating as natural as humans can eat, given the options we're given right now. Everything about it is returning to what's natural for humans. So
exactly.
Yeah. Well, this has been great, Rebekah. I don't want to hold you up too long. I know it's hot out there and you got a lot of people to talk to. So thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. Rebekah has an awesome YouTube channel. I have a link in the description for that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Rebekah. Really appreciate it. Bye, everyone.